Welcome back. Mr. Vinson here with part 3 of our SketchUp car project. Now this one is going to be a little bit tricky as we think about how we're going to take our 2D side of our car and make it 3 dimensions. Bear with me, and if you need to pause and rewind, please feel free to do that. Now, I have my file saved in SketchUp. I provided links here in the resources to SketchUp in every one of the videos. Just click one of those links. I have saved my file in my OneDrive, and so I called this EV8 model for video help, and I'm going to open up my file. I want to remind you that if you have some weird angle, it's really easy to click Scenes, find a standard view or a standard view here that works for what you're trying to do. It can just help you arrange things a little bit easier than perhaps the Orbit tool might. Now, what we're going to be doing in order to get this 3-dimensional is we're going to be taking that side piece of our car that we see here, and we're going to push it into a half car kind of depth. And take a look with this with me together. There's lots of ways to do things in SketchUp. I'm showing what I think might be an easier way, but feel free to experiment with some of these tools in SketchUp. You are not going to cause a problem, okay? So what I would like to note here is that you're making a rectangle around your car in this method. And once you've made that rectangle, at that point, lots of options here, but I like to kind of rotate around so that I can see underneath what I'm about to do. And I'm going to use a tool called push-pull. It's the P. And when I press that, what I can actually do is click the area around my car. And I'm just going to click it once. I did not click and hold. I just clicked. And drag it down a little bit, about the depth of half of the car. And so if you're not exactly sure how much, it doesn't honestly really matter. We're going to make the scale correct later before we go to 3D print. Now, if you look at this from the bottom, we're going to have our car upside down. You'll see we've got a pretty big problem here. But it's actually not a pretty big problem, because what I can do is take the line tool here, just make a line from one side to the other. There's no right or wrong answer, and it will fill back in that other side. I'm going to erase that line just so we remember what we're doing, and I'm also going to erase these other lines here because I am going to now show you what the car currently looks like in its half state. Now, this might be a trick in the Orbit tool to get us to rotate around and kind of take a look at what things look like. I recommend, this is just my preference at this point, that we delete the picture so that we can start to see all of these extra things like the person and like these lines and all this kind of stuff can go away, because right now maybe we don't need them. Now at this point we could still put that back, so I'm not stressed about it, but what we actually can do is start to think about what we're going to add to the sides, the front and back, and the top of this car to make it look like how you want it to look. And so check out some of these angles. That one we don't need at all. What I'm actually seeing here, it might take a second to realize when we twist, that's the bottom view. This is the top. And so from here, what I can actually then do is maybe use the rectangle tool to do this. Perhaps make a rectangle, because what I can then do with this particular rectangle right here, this rectangle that I put in there, I could push-pull to make into a windshield. And so if we get this other angle, we can see that there are some extra pieces that are here that I'm just going to get rid of. Got rid of one too many. I'm just going to get rid of this raised part. In here also. And then rotate around, see what we're looking at. Wow, undo is really my friend right here for sure. Back to Orbit. Okay, so what I'm going to do That fills that one in. Right here, when I've got an end point, I'm just going to bring it back down to my windshield. Connecting diagonal angles will fill these pieces in and maybe perhaps give you the shape that you want. I'm going to have it opposite in my case. Something to this effect. Now, what I'm actually doing here is I'm creating a plane that's not flat. Okay, so it might be hard for you to see, but not hard for you to imagine that if this were to have printed completely flat, if the windshield were to have printed flat, you actually would not even be able to see a difference between it and the roof of the truck. And so this is just one thing I'm going to do to add some details. You might be able to see this a little bit more obviously when I'm going to use that same rectangle, and right on the back of the truck, the bed of the truck, if you will, I am going to, I like those blue lines because they're right along that axis. So let me try to find that same spot right here. Let's see here. Blue line. Now what I have is a rectangle, and I'm going to show you kind of the same idea. I'm adding in the bed of the truck. This is where you would put all your tools and the lumber that you got and whatever other pieces you need. They could go right in this area. Okay, does that make sense? So we're actually adding in details, carrying in from the sides around the edges to get the, so what I can actually do then, go back to what we looked at during step 2, use offset to create a piece like this. Down at the bottom, I want the detail. Scroll down to the bottom here. What I would actually like is, because this is halfway, I'm going to finish this part and get rid of this little tiny line right here, that little detail, because when I pull this back now, what I'm actually going to have happen later on, this is going to go all the way across the car. That line is going to go all the way across the car. So what we're really doing is going around and using push-pull to make it obvious where different parts of the car are located. This window frame might be out just a hair. And you can rotate around and see, okay, I pushed that out. And now when we 3D print, that is going to be obvious. You're going to see it. Right here, we've got a piece that's causing the whole thing to not push-pull together. Now these door frames, I want the same thing, except I'm pushing them in just a little bit so that when you 3D print it, you can actually see kind of the outline of your door. It's not going to be flat, it's going to be pushed in. It's a good idea when you see any of these little extra pieces, go in here and erase them. It just makes for a cleaner model. And so all you're doing is going through, pushing and pulling details, things like the bed, things like the hood, whatever you think you need to do to get this car looking great. As always, if you have questions, tag the problem, try it yourself, acquire knowledge, and if all else fails, get up and go get help.